discuss some topics that are going on in the Black community. So it's not just a relationship show, it's just really getting to the bottom of our culture, our foundation, and our community. So relationship may come up, finances, and things of that nature. So episode 4, I didn't grow up with my father, so I wanted to discuss a topic that what makes a man leave his children versus the man that stays. And you can stay and not even be in the house physically. I just mean stay active in your child's life versus the man that just kind of goes and knows that he has children out there and he's not affected by it. So my guest that I have today is very active in his children's life, so that's why I wanted to ask him this question. But before I do that, I'll let you introduce yourself.
My name is Chris, age 37, single with 2 daughters. Pretty much.
Okay, so you're very active in
Yes,
your
ma'am.
children's life. What makes you still go over and beyond versus, I'll see them when I see them, or they're with their mom. Let me do me. You're the mom. You take care of them. What makes you stay disciplined and grounded to take care?
Well, to be honest, it's kind of easy for me. I look at it as, I look at parenting as, I try to give my children everything that I didn't have growing up. So the fact that I grew up without my father makes it that much easier for me to be there for both of my girls, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have that. So it's, it's not just financially, it's the support, it's the, you know what I'm saying, everything, you know what I mean? I don't, whether it's school or it's activities or it's daycare or it's doctor appointments or it's, I'm involved in everything. I gotta be there for everything. So I wasn't given that, so it just makes it that much easier for me. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's say you said you're like that because you weren't given that.
Absolutely.
So if you were given that, do you think you would feel differently or maybe take that for granted?
No, I probably, honestly, if I was given that, I honestly feel like my personal life probably would have turned out a little bit different. I'd have had better results in my personal life if I had that father figure there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Did you have any stepfathers or uncles?
I did. I had a stepdad. My younger sister's father was around for a while, but it's even in that situation, it was kind of like he was there, but he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So it was, and then he had his own kids as well that came into the equation. So it was kind of like, I don't know. I ain't gonna say I felt exiled, but it was just like, basically it was me and my mom, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay, and to kind of go off topic a little bit, did your mom date? Like when you were growing up, did she have a boyfriend or someone who kind of?
Other than my sister's father, not anybody I can remember like on a consistent basis. She had a few male friends or whatever their situation was, and it didn't pan out or whatever. So I just pretty much remember just being raised by a single, strong Black woman. That was it. My mom was my mother and my father, basically. So, yeah.
Okay, so that does sound like a positive impact that by you having your dad be absent, I guess that you're saying with my daughters, I'm going to be there.
Absolutely.
No matter what me and the mom is going through.
No matter what.
Okay. So now when it comes to your daughters dating, how do you feel you're going to, is it they can't date till they're 16 and I need to meet the guy first? Are you going to give them a little freedom?
Well, it's a little bit of all that mixed in one. You can't be too controlling, because then that's gonna force them to, sneak and try to do stuff behind your back and things of that nature. So you gotta give them a little leeway. But it's more so, I feel like, in this generation now, I grew up on getting whoopings and ass whoopings. Now, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that. I this generation, I feel like a little bit of conversation always helps. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, with both my daughters, and it's a big age group. I have a 12-year-old and I have a 2-year-old.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a big gap in between, you know what I'm saying? So I just, honestly, I feel like, gotta be real.
Mhm.
Even though some stuff might come off harsh, or some things might come off blunt, but you gotta be real with your kids. You gotta keep it real. You can't disregard certain stuff. You gotta give it to them and give it to them raw and let them know, hey, this is what's going on in the world.
Right.
If you're gonna be doing this is what comes with this. You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta just, forewarn them and, just prepare them and do the best that you can as their parent and hope that, knowing your heart, you raise them right and just hope that they make the best decisions going
Right.
forward.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because like if my father would have said, ABC is going on, but I still love you, then I wouldn't have just felt like absent or
Okay.
like that he was absent or,
Okay.
that I wasn't that important.
Yeah.
So definitely I do agree with communication. Now, when do you think that should start with a child? Because I was 15
Okay.
when I didn't see him anymore, so I think 15 is old enough to where you could tell your child.
Yeah.
But some people might say, no, you might not wouldn't understand.
Honestly, I would say the age where your child is able to recognize
Mm-hmm.
certain things on their own and they're
Right.
able to understand and comprehend what it is that you're telling them. So I would say anywhere, but everybody's child is different, so you can't
Right.
put an
it.
age on it, but
Yeah.
just me, my preference, I would say anywhere between the age of maybe 7 to
Okay.
10 is probably a good
When you
age.
should
Where,
start.
yeah, you don't want to just go all the way
Right.
into it, but you want to kind of, you know what I'm saying, just
Yeah.
slowly lead them like, hey, this is what's going on, or
Yeah.
there's different ways, you could do sort of a questionnaire type of proposal, like, well, how do you feel if, things that, you know what I'm saying, just kind of
Right.
always check your kid's temperature and, see, they have feelings too. They are
Right.
kids, but they got feelings too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to ask them, how do you feel about such and such, or what do you think of this? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Whatever it is.
Cause I do feel like that too, like kids are not given a voice. It's like you're to be seen and not heard.
Yeah,
or-
because I honestly,
Get out my face.
I'm sorry not to cut you off. Honestly, I was told like, what's the famous saying? A child is staying a child's
Right,
place, or
right.
whatever the case may be, or it's,
Right.
you too young to have to make decisions or
Yes.
have a say so in certain things. So
Right.
and I kind of feel like that's unfair. Though we are our own human beings. So even as a child, like I said, the children have feelings as well. So you know what I'm
Right.
saying, you want to let them voice and understand how they, what they thinking or what they feeling, because then growing up, you have these kids who grow up with resentment or
Right.
anger, or you know what I'm saying, because they wasn't able to express themselves, or what I'm saying, certain things happen. So
And they carry that in, and then we produce those children that turn into adults, and then they go out in the world, and now that's your manager or your neighbor or your whatever,
yeah,
and that's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with.
Absolutely.
That's what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So, okay, are you gonna have any more children?
I'm getting up there in age a little bit, but I'm still, I'm in pretty good shape. I'm still
Right.
active. Honestly, I have 2 girls. Love my girls to death, beautiful. But I need a June bug to carry on, carry
Right.
on that legacy. It ain't the same. The girls can't carry on that legacy like
Right.
that. But
Need a son.
I definitely need. I would like a son. But like I said, I give myself this 3-year window. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it don't,
That's it.
it wasn't God's plan for me. You know what I'm saying?
Got
So
you.
it is what it is.
Got you. Now, going back to myself, they really didn't tell me about my father either. They didn't bad talk him.
Okay.
So what would be your advice? You know how some women will be like, your dad's a piece of shit. He's
Absolutely.
trifling, da-da-da-da.
Absolutely.
What would be your advice
I mean,
on that?
honestly speaking, if that's the case, okay, share that. If that's how you feel, but also don't take away from your child figuring it out for themselves, or learning that on their own. You know what I'm saying? If your
Right.
child, despite whatever the parent feels towards the other parent, don't take away that child developing that relationship and figuring out, okay, if my mama say my father a piece of shit, let me build this relationship and figure out on my own if my dad really a piece of shit.
Right.
It's like you know what I'm saying? It's three sides to every story. It's, you know what I'm saying? Her side, his side, and then it's the truth.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you gotta, I don't agree with the bashing and the disrespect and the talking down on the other parent, whether it was you was with the dad and the mom wasn't there, and your mama ain't shit, your mama was out here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then vice versa with the mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, your daddy he was a hoe, he ain't one of it, you know how it goes, you know what I'm saying? Just being real, but, you know what I mean? I don't agree with that bashing. Like, let that child reach that age and become old enough to make the decision on whether they want to pursue that relationship with that parent, and let them make their own judgment or assessment on how that is. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
That's
honestly.
true.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because you could have a situation where, you know, the mom is just upset, or she could be bitter. You know what I'm saying? That the father left. He could have had good reason for leaving. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and then growing up, she bashing him.
Right.
Like a child grew up with resentment to the dad, and he never get to plead his case. Like, baby, I left because of X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Give him that chance to, you know what I'm saying, explain himself why he left or whatever the case may be. So that's just my view or perspective on that, honestly speaking.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now with Junior that you're gonna have, now would
so
that
you
be
manifesting it for me.
Yes.
You speaking into existence
right,
for me.
Right, I gave you 3 sons already. 3. Are you going to, is that gonna be with the wife, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I would definitely love one day to settle down and be married, you know, live that white picket fence, like,
right,
you know,
2.0 kids.
Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you just can't just be out here just, you know, it's easy to make a baby, but you can't just be out here just, you know what I'm saying, having kids with anybody, you know.
But they say anything walking, right?
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do it. Definitely learn you gonna have kids, man, definitely learn your partner, man. When you decide to, you know, have children with, man, it'll come back on you as well. Absolutely. That's true. Yeah, sure.
So then that ties me into my next question. Okay. How would the wife work with your 2 children's mom now? Like, cause you know how it's always drama and all of this and that.
Sure.
Are you gonna talk to a wife like, look, this was my situation. There's nothing going on.
Got to.
Because it's always fighting and cattiness.
Have to be up front. And you know, my thing is, you know, it's about respect. It's about boundaries and it's about respect.
Right.
Regardless, it ain't about us. It's about these kids.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They siblings, they family regardless.
Right.
It ain't about you and your feelings, it ain't about me and my feelings. It's about these kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Put your pride to the side. It's gonna be respect. We all gonna respect each other, but we not, you know what I'm saying? And it's about these kids. But definitely, if I was to get married, I would, you know, cause I have two kids by 2 different moms.
Okay.
Me personally speaking, my oldest, you know, her mama half Jamaican, so she don't play. You know what I mean? She don't play. Yeah. And then and she one of them who just she ain't with it. I don't want to talk. I don't want to know her. Keep the bitch away from me. She don't play.
For the 12-year-old.
Yeah, her mom. She don't play.
Oh, so you can.
And then my youngest daughter, her mom she's more lenient and more open to being cordial and being cool. She don't have no problem. Like, you ever meet somebody you get married? Yeah, we could be cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's you know, that works out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's a front.
Right. You know you don't know until you bring them.
Right.
It's
you
like,
don't know until you in that situation. Right. It's like, oh, well, I thought you said.
Right. You like I was lying. That's
absolutely.
not true.
Yeah. So you know.
Gotcha. Okay. So marriage then. So how do you look for a wife? How are we gonna find this lady that's gonna give you these other 3 sons? Where are you looking for her at? Yeah, you're gonna have 3 sons.
I got 2 kids already.
Yeah, but
so you want me to have 5?
Yeah, we have a little bitty team. Little bitty football team.
You gonna help me support them? I would get your help support them.
You're just gonna drop them off right
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look out, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's always those good qualities you look for in a woman. Honestly, I look for Like I said, I was raised by a single black woman, so I kind of look for not every quality, but certain qualities that's similar to my mom.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? And that's just
Okay.
as far as I would want to say probably uh, the confidence level, just her strength as a woman, and like independency when it comes to certain things that that type of stuff. Kind of like I said, I look for those qualities in certain women. I'm saying because that's what I grew up on. That's what I was raised by my mom. And then it's you gotta somebody. She gotta be for me, and I gotta be for her. You know what I'm saying? Understand my failures and my flaws, as well as my my attributes and my my good. So I'm not a judge. I'm not a judgmental person. I'm not gonna judge you. Everybody got a past. Everybody that made mistakes, things of that nature. So just that, and just I'm looking for somebody who I could like how we sitting here, we building it right now. Somebody I could just build with, just chop it up with it. You can pick her brains, you pick my brain, and we.
But where are these women at?
I'm almost tired of looking. I'm done looking. Like,
where do
I know God ain't just gonna put her in my lap, but it's like I don't, man.
Right.
A lot of trials and tribulations in my life. I done,
So what's the process? So you meet her. Let's say y'all are vibing, and then what? You to filter out all the attributes you don't want.
Yeah, but everything is a process. You know what I'm saying? Everything takes time. So you're gonna have to go through some rough patch. That's if you're willing to deal with it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then like I was always told, they say, you don't really know somebody until you live with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So when we ever make it to that stage, and it's living with a woman and all that, you figure out her upbringing and beliefs and how she, how she operate, and her do's and don'ts and things of that nature. So you just try to, like I said, just try to build, man, and just try to be compatible with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to make some sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? You got to compromise some things of that nature. But
what's wrong with black men compromising? How come black men? Why do y'all run from that?
I believe it's when you got two alphas, you got an alpha male and an alpha female. Somebody got to fold. Somebody got to bend.
Right.
Ain't neither party willing to bend. That shit ain't gonna work.
Right.
That shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's all in, I guess, how you make it, or what you make of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't really speak for the majority of black men. You know what I'm saying? I can only speak for myself. Like, I have no issues with a strong, independent, self-sufficient black woman. Like, if my girl made more money than me, or did I ain't insecure, I don't feel no type of way.
Right.
Baby, put me on. I ain't been, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them people. Like, I know how to talk, and I'm gonna try to get to where you at, or you know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just how I was raised. I don't understand how dudes do that, or be jealous of their females, or be.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Do you have friends like that are just
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
And then you tell them like what are you?
Absolutely.
And what do they say?
Man, it's so I hear all type of excuses. Man, fuck that. Man, bro, you. So you gotta, you gotta look at everything from both sides, a bigger picture. So would you rather have what I call them, a bum ass female who needs you for everything, that's coming to you for it? Now you gotta work double hard, and you gotta support yourself and her. You know what I'm saying? Or you want a woman that go get, that motivate, that, you know what I'm saying? That's what I want personally. You know what I'm saying? Go get it. You might, motivate me to go do something different, or you know what I'm saying? Push me to want more and do things, and vice versa. Y'all wanna push each other, man. You wanna succeed.
Right.
You wanna see your partner succeed, man.
Right. I definitely agree with that. So would you say black men are still really trying to get married, or would you say right now it's just kind of
right now in this world we live in
right now today?
It's tough.
Really,
it's tough. I mean, you gotta look at the media, Look at the music, look at the messages that, you know,
Right.
is being put out here nowadays. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not for nothing, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to no women. It's like a lot of prostitution is being promoted out here.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Who trying to marry, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The music we listen to, the things we see on social media and whatnot, you know, it's like these women nowadays in this generation, they talk about shit, long as the price right, we can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? You flying me out here, you buying me this bag, or you this, that, and
Yeah.
you know, excuse my this pussy costs this. So it's like, you know, the price is right.
Right.
That's prostitution in my mind.
Yeah. Exchange for goods for money.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what we talking about?
So I see what you're saying.
Not all women though, but it's you know.
Yeah.
It's them diamonds in the rough. You just gotta you gotta maneuver them again. You gotta find them. You
Right.
gotta find them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I'm also just, as I get older, like I said, everybody got a story. Everybody got a backstory. It's a lot of. It's like now it's hard to meet somebody who ain't come from no pain or ain't been broken or ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
That type, you know what I'm
right,
saying? I'm realizing that, like,
A
it's,
lot of people are broken, right? And
so
they're
it's
not
like,
healing
not
themselves
at all.
before they get into another relationship.
Exactly, and me myself is a victim of that. I done did it myself, just coming out of a situation not fully healed or thinking I'm fully healed, and, you know what I'm saying, trying to fill a void, going from, well, let me, you know what I'm saying, let me get over this person, let me talk to the next one, you know what I'm saying, and not really,
just jumping around.
not taking the time out to really get my mental right and get my, you know what I'm saying, stimulate my mind, like, all right, bro, because maybe, you know, I might ain't need no female at a time, I just need to take my time out to just, you know what I'm saying, get myself straight.
But why do you feel like men don't want to do that? They don't want to take out time to detox or heal themselves before entering into another relationship, or just that self-help, you know, that everyone needs after a relationship?
With men, I say it's a lot of that shit is ego. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of that be ego. A lot of men get in the way. Their ego get in the way of you know what I'm saying, of making the best decision. Like, yo, I can't. You know what I'm saying? And not just really realize, all right, maybe you don't need no woman in your life right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's time for you to just take that time out and focus on yourself, bro. Do what you need to do. Get in your bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get in your bag, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes women can be a distraction.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
it go both ways. You know, there's pros and cons with it. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at it, you got the like you said, a lot of dudes don't know how to subdue self-love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's, oh, I'm lonely, or I need that female at night, or I want to have that female there at night, or I need that companion, or you know what I'm saying? So like I said, it go both ways. It go both ways.
So how do you think? But hold on, you look familiar. Are you? Who cuts your hair?
Oh, my man Rich. I call him Rich Dollars, man. My man Rich cut my hair. Yeah, absolutely.
You the one.
Okay.
Floating around.
What that mean? That's a
you
good or a bad
thing?
thing?
And I think you had a drink and that was you.
Oh
right?
yeah, you don't. You know, those type of services are exquisite. You're not getting that anywhere.
Those are exquisite.
Those are exquisite services.
It looked exquisite.
We're not getting that at that's you know, Smith Grooming Services. You're not getting that. You're not getting that at your regular barber
Because
shop.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
so
it's not happening.
I know this is totally off.
I could come get a haircut.
Okay.
I get a blunt roll.
It's already rolled, or you have to roll it?
No, he rolls it for me.
It's all wow.
It's crazy.
It's got to be
$500.
$500.
Great customer service.
$500 service.
Great customer service. He break it in half from 200.
And then once
So I get a cut.
Okay.
I get a blunt roll. I get a glass of wine. And I even get snacks sometimes.
What?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow, so you the celebrity. This need to be your show.
I guess. I guess, yeah. Yeah, my man has great customer service.
Wow.
Yeah, great customer service.
The cut looks impeccable.
Thank you, man. Shout out to Smith Grooming Services.
Yeah, shout out to Smith Grooming.
Absolutely.
So how would you say we can bridge this gap? So You said men really not trying to get married to, well, it's kind of hard now, right?
I guess it all depends on what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, man, because you know that saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, man. You know what I'm saying? some dudes feel like they can, you know what I'm saying? And others is like, nah.
Yeah.
And then you got ones who just don't care. Like,
Got you.
I love her. It is whatever she comes
So we
with.
might can't bridge the gap right now on that one.
Might can't bridge the gap on that one. You know what I'm saying? It's all about preference. I think it's all about preference. You know what I'm saying? What you prefer. You know what I mean? Honestly speaking.
Wow, okay, and then how did we bridge the gap on staying active in your child's life?
I mean,
'Cause that is really the man, huh? It's not.
yeah, definitely. Honestly speaking, that should be imperative. Like you don't need nobody telling you what you should do
Right.
or what you need to do as a man and as a father. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That's just me speaking. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking for all men, bro. Like if you're a deadbeat, or step your shit up, man. Serious. Step your
No
shit up.
deadbeat, that's
Yeah, we're not doing that, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My brothers, my homeboys, any dude that I associate with or got some sort of friendship with, bro, if you don't take care of your kids and things, I can't fuck with you. Like that's number one.
He said he can't fuck with you, you don't take care of your
Yeah,
kids.
that's a no-go, man. We ain't doing that, man. That's what we're not doing.
Cameraman left. I don't know where we are with time.
Okay.
Could you tell me how many minutes?
So it's 27.
Okay, so we did good.
Okay.
It's 27.
Stop it.
Yeah, well, I'll just edit it out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I told you.
I'll just
do what you gotta do.
He just leaves, like, what cameraman just leaves? What cameraman leaves to get on his own phone? But I thank you for coming by.
Absolutely.
Thank you for helping bridge the gap.
Definitely a pleasure.
My guest does not have an ad, so that's why I did not mention his
Oh yeah, I don't do no
Instagram.
social media. No,
Sorry,
I
guys.
apologize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had to catch me in traffic or something.
Thank you so much,
Definitely.
and we look forward to having you back.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure.
Yes,
Definitely
this was
was a pleasure.
episode 4.
Thank you. All right.